For this question is purely on the whole topic of coord job. Okay, so like the first part, it's a very simple question. They provide you with a coordinate and they provide you with a gradient. And they simply just ask you to find the equation. So you do the usual mx plus c. So this one is a very simple thing. You put the gradient in, then you use the coordinate to find the intercept. And from there, you return back. That should be your equation of the line. And you just have to multiply by 9 on both sides so that you get to the format that the question wants. So part 1, no trick. Just the usual mx plus c. You shouldn't have problem with this part. The second one may be a bit more problematic. So problematic because you might not remember, or some of you may not have the concept about intersection. So when two lines are to have an intersection, it means that the two lines actually meet each other. So here I got a line P, and then I also got a line Q, and they meet each other. So this is called the coordinate of intersection. So your job is to execute a simultaneous equation. So it's a concept that a lot of people couldn't relate or they just couldn't remember. So intersection just means simultaneous equation. So line P will be equation 1, line Q will be equation 2. So you simply do your set 2 simultaneous equation that will give you the x and y. So that will be the coordinate of intersection. Okay, so part B, maybe some of you will, if you forget that intersection is relating you to simultaneous equation, then you might forget this idea. So otherwise, it's actually quite easy. Just do a normal simultaneous, you will get the coordinate of intersection. The next one is the one that most people have issue. Most people, because your eyes are not seeing the diagram at all. So if you realize they just give you information and they just ask you to explain why ABCD is a trapezium and you're supposed to find the distance between the parallel sides. So your thinking approach should be, you should think about the concept of y-intercept. So you should think about the concept of y-intercept. So B is the y-intercept of line P. So I should have put in x equal to 0 into this equation. So if I want to get the coordinate of B, I should insert x equal to 0 into the equation. So that's what exactly I have done here. So I also won't know how do I describe. If I don't have the coordinate at all, I can't visualize the whole thing. So if you are stuck because you can't visualize, then instinct should tell you, then I should get all the coordinates first. Then I can visualize it. So this is exactly what I do. And how do I get the coordinate? I apply the concept of x-intercept. I apply the concept of y-intercept. So y-intercept, so line Q intersect the y-axis at C. So C is the y-intercept that belongs to this equation. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do the same thing, get the coordinate of C. Okay, then later on, okay, I also need to get the coordinate of D. So you put in this into the equation of line Q. So if I do it this way, I could get all the coordinates that I have. And I already given the coordinate of A. So essentially, you need to find the 3 coordinates first. Then don't forget you are given the coordinate of A. So at this point, if you still cannot visualize the trapezium, it's all right. If you need to, you can just draw it up. If you need to, you can just draw it up. So this is exactly what I've done. So I've gotten my B and C. Okay, they have the same x coordinate. So it turns out that one is here, one is here. So because they got the same x coordinate, it's actually vertical. Then this one also got the same x coordinate. So A and D also got the same x coordinate. So AD is also vertical. But if let's say you couldn't tell it from the coordinate, it's fine. You can just draw it out. If you draw it out, you will be able to see that it's actually vertical. So the explanation why the ABCD is a trapezium is because you have two vertical lines. And because they are vertical, they end up to be parallel. So of course, vertical line are parallel. So, and you can tell the vertical distance. The vertical distance will be 5 units. And then from here, the subsequent part is you just apply your trapezium formula. So the vertical height is 5. Then you need to get the vertical distance. So the vertical distance for this part will be this and this. Then the vertical distance here will be 7 units. So everything can be solved if you get the coordinate and draw it out. So don't leave this blank just because I don't know what are they talking about. I don't have the coordinate. Apparently, they give you the info to find the coordinate. So with the info to find the coordinate, you form out your own sketch and you can do the explanation. Okay, so vertical line are parallel. So you got a pair of parallel line and it's four-sided. So it ends up as a trapezium.